This is totally a hell yes episode. It might even be a rewind and re-listen to a few times because it was chock full of so many gifts. Hi friends, it's your birthday. Not sure what we mean? Let us introduce you to this powerful concept and our community. We are Helene and Christina, and our mission is to empower, teach, and remind women to celebrate themselves. Combined, we have over 35 years' experience as therapists in private practice. But today we come to you not as your therapist, but rather two women in this life stage with you, your friends. Our podcast promises to talk about hard or uncomfortable topics in a way to empower you, laugh along the way as part of healing, and find joy in life. What sets us apart? We leave you with gifts each and every episode.
Now that we're friends, let's make this official. We would love to help start your Thursday mornings, so make sure you follow the show wherever you listen and sign up for our free newsletter at yourbirthdaypodcast.com to receive the episode in your inbox weekly. Welcome back to the It's Your Birthday podcast, the podcast where we unwrap life's gifts, one layer at a time. We truly are all about celebrating and creating the gifts life has to offer, big and small. Friends, grab your beverage of choice, get settled in. Your 2025 may have had some umps, some hell yeses, or even anything and everything in between. Let's celebrate all that we made together.
Oh my gosh, as we're wrapping up the end of 2025, we want you to know that each and every one of you are truly a gift to us. You sharing the episodes, joining us on social media, and more has led to our growth. Today's episode is a two-part gift, giving all the sprinkle and gifts to you. It's glitter without the mess. So, when we wrapped up season 1 of It's Your Birthday last year, we recapped the episodes and you all loved it. So, as we are all busy this year, growing and stretching, we loved getting to create episodes and a course that you have asked for. We loved to see that you were taking time for you. So, today, we want you to consider this two-part series, and this is episode 1 as your advent calendar of podcast gifts. So if you are wrapping presents ferociously in the last final moment like me, or you are just enjoying your coffee and sitting there and appreciating the sparkle of the decorations around your home, go ahead and listen to this one loud and bold because we promise it is a speed pass of the gifts to you. And also, if one of the episodes kind of sparkles your interest or you need a reminder, go ahead and gift yourself and go back to the full episode. Save it, mark it, download it. So without further ado, let's talk about all we gifted in season 2 of It's Your Birthday.
Here we go. All right. Episode 27. Gifting yourself no resolutions.
Eek!
I know. You guys loved this one. It was a huge gift from Christina, and this one has the bow, has the sparkle, has the wow colors. This episode is all about giving yourself permission to be right where you are and appreciate who you are. With January right around the corner, absolutely consider re-listening to episode 27.
Oh my gosh. And episode 28, I feel like this episode has kind of been sprinkled in all episodes, but it is the gift of and. This 3-letter word is so powerful and life-changing. In this episode, we get to celebrate how we are multifaceted humans, learning to celebrate all of our different interests and likes. It's like the line in Dirty Dancing, no one puts baby in the corner. So true.
All right, on to episode 29. Gifts found in heartbreak.
Mm.
All of us have experienced heartbreak, whether it's romantic, career, the loss of a loved one or a pet, life changes or others. In this episode, we talk about how heartbreak can lead to growth and healing. Friends, it wasn't an episode if you missed it, I promise. It's one where we challenged you to look for joy.
Yes, it was a good one.
Was a good one.
Episode 30, The Gift of Finding Yourself. Oh my gosh, I totally remember this. We interviewed Erin from Medium Lady. I adore Erin.
I know we want to come to Canada. We're
Erin
coming for
is
you.
our BFF across the border in
Yeah.
Canada. And friends, this episode is totally a must. Erin is just pure joy. And as we talked about, like we wanted to jump on a plane and go meet Erin. And this one is definitely got to be on your birthday bucket list. It will move you, it will help you see life as positive, and we just feel like it is a huge virtual hug. And what I love too is Erin's story of how she became medium lady. Her kiddo was so cute. He told her, she wasn't young, she wasn't old, she was medium. And so I love that. I think about myself as medium all the time. So hats off to Erin for gifting us that and to her kiddo. And the other thing we love about Erin is she loves to read. So if you are an avid reader, go find Erin to find all the books you need to add to your 2026 list.
Absolutely. Yes. Episode 31, Knowing How to Play is a Gift. In this episode, we talked about how we all need to play, no matter our age. In fact, it's one of the things that I ask in every intake with individuals and couples. How do you play? In
Mm.
the episode, we chat about the positive impact play can have on your relationships, work, and overall well being. So, friends, get ready to have some fun and go back to episode 31, Knowing How to Play is a Gift.
Episode 32, The Gifts from Burnout. This one's super fun because at the time we didn't know that we were going to do a course on this. But
Yeah.
when you all loved this episode, we were like, oh, we got to teach more on this. So if you are like Helene and I, and you're an overachiever, perfectionist in recovery, or maybe a perfectionist that needs to be in recovery,
Mm.
or struggling with the word no, or just feeling burnt to a crisp, we get you. Helene and I have been there, and this is a must reminder for us. So, in this episode, we talk about the stages of grief, provide you with tools, and remind you that you are not alone. And as I briefly touched on in the beginning, if you need more of this episode, hop into the Create Your Own Retreat on our website, and we promise you will not be disappointed.
Yes. Episode 33 was The Gift of Selfing. And friends, this is an episode for everyone. We dive into how quality self care is more powerful than quantity self care. We truly want to self on you to be your best you for yourself and others. So if you're not aware what the gift of selfing is and the value of it, go back to episode 33. We talk all about it.
Oh my gosh, that was a total tongue twister. Do you think you could say that fast?
No, I was like, I got to breathe. I was doing like diaphragmatic breathing as I was going through that one.
I was like, wow. I mean, can she say it? She said it. That was awesome. Okay. Episode 34 is the gift in challenging your fears.
Mm.
Oh, this is another one that is truly for everyone. Everybody gets scared. Everybody has fears. And it is jam packed with gifts. It is like literally the advent calendar for 60 days that are packed in 30. It's crazy. So it is truly an Oprah's favorite things. Totally. Do not skip it. Time to face those fears. And we promise you are going to walk out feeling calm, confident, and ready to conquer whatever is facing you for 2026.
I like that episode. That was a good one. There was a moment in this episode that we had a statistic that was like a mic drop moment. So, episode 35 was the gift of laughter. And here it is, friends. Did you know that children laugh on average 300 times per day, but us adults, 20? Oh, hell no. So, in this episode, we're going to challenge those statistics. So help is on the way with this fun episode. If you want to laugh more and help build that statistic, jump on in. Episode 35 is going to help you right there.
It's so joyful. Episode 36 was all about the gift of listening to others. This is another good one. If you are doing the retreat in a group format, like go ahead and listen to this episode because this is going to be all about creating your tribe for that retreat. But it is truly about improving all of your relationships. It is all about connecting and learning how to listen to those around you versus listening to respond.
Mm.
So make sure that you listen to this one and share it with others.
Yes. Okay, as we're moving on along, episode 37 was the gifts from confidence. I know. Every human. That's it, friends. Every single human struggles with confidence at times, and some of us more than others. This
Mhm.
is a hell yeah episode. Our hope with this episode is that it left you feeling seen, validated, and maybe less alone if you feel like you're the only one out there feeling this way. We promise you're not.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Episode 38 is the gift of no. And I feel like this is an episode that you have to say hell yes to
Uh huh.
because how many times do we want to say no? It's like literally sitting on the tip of our tongue and we hear ourselves saying yes. And I'm here to call bullshit on that. This episode is totally full of gifts teaching you how to say no, when to say no, why to say no. It answers all the questions and gives you the confidence to say no. So it's a must listen. Like maybe even pause right now on this episode, go listen to it, come back to this one. But we genuinely hope that it leaves you with feeling like no is not a scary word, that you feel confident in using it, and you realize that it's a relation booster to yourself and to those around you.
It was a beautiful, action packed, gift giving episode for sure.
Yeah.
So, episode 40 was the gift of no children. And when we go back and we look at the statistics, this episode had a huge amount of downloads, which just shows us that it was validating. It was something that you needed to hear.
Yeah.
It surprised me. And it can sound kind of judgmental when I say that, but it did surprise me in a beautiful way. So, with that, I want to say thank you, Julie. So, episode 39 was the gift of no children. And this episode, like I said, spoke to so many of you. It is a very real and an open conversation with Julie, who, kind of like Grandma Jean, has been introduced to you guys, Christina, Sparkles, and Sprinkles, and Julie, who is her incredibly special sister in law. And
Mm.
she sat down with us kind of across the screen and she gifted all of those women and men out there who perhaps didn't either don't want to have children or don't have children and shared her gift giving experiences and having that and what it looks like now and in the future. So, if that's not an episode that you've listened to, and whether it speaks to you or you may know someone who doesn't have children, and there's a part of you that is curious of what that could look like and what life can be like that, go back and gift that to yourself. It's episode 39, The Gift of No Children.
Yeah. And then we complemented that with the gifts of parenting and brought on another good friend of mine, Shelby Reeds, who is truly the mom of all moms. Like, she went from being a super high power attorney to now being a high power mom, previous president of a PTO, and she ran it like a business. And she just genuinely shared her passion and compassion for having all things kids in her home. And her home is truly child centered. She loves her kids' friends in her home, everything. And it not only will move you, it will leaving you feeling as though we were in a coffee house together, just chatting with Shelby and supporting each other in the gift of parenting, which sometimes can be totally messy and other times totally amazing.
Yes. Thank you, Shelby. Episode 41. I have to say, this season two, we were gifted with so many wonderful guests who were willing to come on and share their wisdom, their
Yes.
stories. I mean, we got so many gifts. And yeah, big shout out to all of that. So, episode 41 was another one of those. It was the gift of loving your body. And I need to say, again, Christina kind of held our, I would say, we kind of held our breath for a moment. Like, how is this going to go? We knew it was a very big topic. We
Mhm.
did a lot of talking beforehand
We did.
about what were the parameters, what were the boundaries, what did we want our audience to hopefully get from it. And honestly, we didn't need to say any of that to our guest. She
Mhm.
ran with it and you guys loved it. And cheer on to all of you. So there are so many goosebumps. There was exhale moments. And there were so many feelings of being seen and validated from this amazing and empowering episode. There was an incredible conversation that we had with a wellness coach. Her name is Laura Ulrich, Ulrich. She has over 30 years of experience touching lives, primarily with women. So if you are in a season that you may want some additional support other than this amazing episode, go find Laura. She also is a menopause coach, but she's beautiful. She is a real human. And if you are in a space that you want to have kind and gentle and loving words about loving your body, episode 41 is for you. And we loved it so much, and you guys loved it so much. It is one of the other topics that you can choose
Yeah,
when you purchase the course, Gifting Yourself Your Retreat. So check us out on our website.
100%. And what I loved is Laura truly told us to celebrate our bodies no matter how our bodies are built, sized, or otherwise. Like, genuinely is an episode for all to truly love who they are. So I loved it. Our next one was another gift with my wonderful friend, Lindsay Conker, who is a licensed social worker and the leader of Financial Self Care, which is her podcast and her business. And she gifted us with incredible stories and tools and conversations to know and embrace your money story. So if money was taught to you to be an evil word or an avoiding word or things like that, like it was to me, this episode is for you. And Lindsay has been such a gift to me in my life. And so I was adamant that she had to come on. And Helene was like, of course, because she teaches us so many wonderful things in this episode to no longer be afraid of money and to embrace it and honor it.
Yes. So I'm going to have Christina help me with this one. It's episode 43, The Gift of a Career Change with Dr. Ashley. And then help me out, Christina, with her last name, please.
Youngins Rotolonis.
Okay. So Dr. Ashley was amazing. And I have to tell you, I have forwarded this episode to so many patients, to so many friends. It has been a life-changing episode. She is a psychologist that really niches in with women who do want to explore a career change. So I would encourage all of you who are thinking about it. She even gives a couple examples, and two that she used were actually teachers, which a lot of my practice are people in the educational space. So that was very beautiful that she used some of those real life examples in the podcast. So listen to this expert who specializes in assisting women with exactly that. This is a note taking episode. I tell you that, friends, because she gives tons of tips, tools, resources, books. It is something that you're going to want to listen to, have pen and paper, or you can have your phone out, take some notes, and get ready to be inspired and to truly believe that at no matter what age or stage you are in, you can gift yourself a career change.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. The next episode is one that is so near and dear to Helene's and my heart. It was episode 44, The Gift of Mothering Without a Mother. And it was just ironic that it was 44 because that's a number I've seen since losing my mama.
Mhm.
So it was magical and hard. Helene and I had a beautiful conversation about losing our mothers when we were both pregnant and learning how to mother without a mother. And if this is you, friends, we see you, we love you, we believe in you, and we talk about the hard stuff and also the gifts that we found as years went on in being able to mother without a mother. So, if this is one for you, or you have a beautiful friend who has lost their mother at some point, or especially in 2025, gift them this episode. They need it.
So then we go back to the other spectrum again. We went to episode 45, the gift of a supporting mother. And I would say, like, mostly this episode is positive and encouraging. It's also filled with some validation if you're struggling to be a supportive mother. Christina and I are very real and tell you about some of our slip ups that led to
Mhm.
magical moments of growth. So we also validate if you're struggling to be a supportive mother or if you don't have one yourself. We sprinkle in the gifts that we've learned from others, and we hope it helps you if this aligns with how you're feeling. So you also feel seen, supported, and known.
Yeah. And friends, we hear you loud and clear that we are all kind of figuring out what perimenopause, menopause, and all that goodness means because
Mm.
our mothers didn't talk about it a lot. So we are being loud and bold and doing it so differently for ourselves and the women who are behind us. So without further ado, we got to enjoy Maggie Ulrich, and she talked all about her honest experience with perimenopause, how it changed her life in learning what became non negotiable and what she needed to start living vibrant again. This is such a fun and inspiring episode. It was really fun to chat with her.
It was. She's got great energy. So if you want to meet a woman who's going through it and has the spark and found her light again, go back to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the gifts in episode 47 was the gift of knowing your relationship needs, right, friends? We narrowed down on you knowing and getting in connection with what are your needs. So this episode is a must if you're starting a new relationship, if you've been in one for years, or you're just getting out of an unhealthy one.
Mm.
We walk you through the importance, the value, and how to be intentional and take the space to know what your relationship needs are so you can move forward and express them from here on out.
Yeah. The next one we touched base on was the gift of worry. And it's different than the gift of anxiety because worry is frankly a healthy instinct.
Mhm.
We talk about how it can evolve you into a better, stronger, and more confident person. If you don't believe us, press play on this episode, and we promise that it will convince you that worry is actually a gift.
Episode 49, if you've listened to it, you probably giggled at me. If you haven't, go back because Christina came up with the title. I thought it was a little too bold. I was playing it small, but by the end of it, I absolutely agreed. Episode 49 needed the title, The Gift of Ditching People. Like I
Mhm.
said, you will laugh at me. I struggle with the title. And at the end, I was on board. It was perfect. Friends, this is all about knowing who your people are and
Yeah.
setting the boundary of who gets a seat at your table. So, why I even struggled with that, that's personal conversation I think I'll have with me again. But what I am telling you is that this gift is all about you get to establish it's your birthday life, what your boundaries are, and who gets to see your light. Absolutely go to 49.
Absolutely. And we're going to round it out with episode 50, The Gift of Self Validation. Oh, this is totally a hell yes episode. It might even be a rewind and re listen to a few times because it was chocked full of like so many gifts. So, we are all about cheering you on with that internal dialogue that's in every one of our heads and learning how to realize and celebrate your self worth. So, turn up the volume. And I think this episode really is where we realized you were needing the gift of your own retreat. And so, this episode launched Helene and I into what became our downloadable course for you.
Yes. So, friends, the gifts will keep on giving because we're coming back with part 2 next week of the gifts from 2025. Have a favorite episode? Share with us on social which one it was. Make sure you hang out with us on Monday for the gifts from the couch. Friends, this little idea has truly become a movement that has grown because you have sent out the invitations.
Mm.
Please keep sharing and spreading the word. And until next week, friends, happy birthday.
Happy birthday!